Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Saturday, the 3rd. Yes, it is the 3rd of August, 24. Good evening to all.
Hello, evening. Yeah, in the studio, fully recovered from my storm chase down in Northamptonshire on Thursday.
Was it a fully success?
It was indeed. As I put up on Weather Fans and on Gav's Discord as well. Got a downburst on camera, thunder, lightning, storm recycling above my head. Plenty of instability around.
I was going to say, I do apologise for not seeing. I'm going to look at these. I've just been really busy the last few days getting ready for the holiday in a couple of days.
No, I fully understand. It's okay.
That's why I just didn't do a live on Thursday. I was just
I went live occasionally, just like with updates, but I didn't really. It was more. I needed I needed to tap my veins and get the storms into me. Needed my storm fix, so it was that, and also giving my niece some storm experience, so she was learning, and it was her call to actually go towards it. So I said to her, "Your call. Shall we go to Banbury or shall we stay here in Brackley?" She said Banbury. So yeah. I left it with her, and yeah, we had a really, really good afternoon out, shall we say. So yeah.
They should get straight to the village for a few hours.
Well, yeah, well, there's only enough room for one idiot in this village.
No comment.
Well, it's a village in between two towns, so even though it's massive. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it was a good day out. First time down that neck of the woods for a long time, so kind of had it all planned out. But yeah, brilliant. Missed the main event. The main event kept way to the south towards Southampton and Winchester, London kind of way.
Yes, I did see there was some reports of localised flooding, especially down towards Guildford Way and Basingstoke, I think it was.
Yeah, I think Winchester got flooded as well, knee deep. But yeah, as the initial storm started, they got towards Oxford, and then one went off, which I actually saw it kind of split. One went off towards London, Milton Keynes kind of way, and then another one came towards me, but petered out, and then it recycled. So yeah, indeed. Evening to.
So let's say to the weather live. Let's say good evening. Good evening to Rachel. She's flying in on her sparkly, bright, fluffy yellow magic carpet.
What do you do now?
Good evening to Audio Coffee.
Evening, Audio.
Good evening to Paul James, who's also said yes, localised flooding in Winchester and Basingstoke.
I'm just waiting for his.
Say that again.
I was just sitting waiting for his other half to come in now.
No, that you should probably hear very shortly. Also, good evening to Tom as well.
Evening, Tom. Yeah, I was near Tom the other day, actually, on Thursday. And there was this one brewing. If it had been a couple of hours earlier, they would have actually had a storm, I reckon. But there was just not enough solar heating, you know what I mean, heating from the ground up to push them any higher than they got. Just a bit of rain. So yeah.
So So the question is, what beverages have you got tonight?
What beverages have I got? I've just had a cup of tea, so I haven't got anything on me at the moment.
What's everyone else having? So this evening, I have got this thing with the background.
He's got drumsticks, squashies, and had them in a long time.
But these are strawberries and cream.
Ooh, sound yummy there, dude.
Tastes bloody lovely. And also tonight, I found this in Home Bargains, vanilla Coca-Cola.
I haven't had that in years.
No, I just found it in Home Bargains this morning. And also, there was a spice stem Coca-Cola as well, but we drank that earlier.
Yeah, I've had mango juice earlier. Just been drinking water, really. But I've got to go do the shopping this week, so that'll be when I get everything in.
Cheers to you all. What's been said on the comments? Paul James really was impressive watching the radar and how the storms were forming. It looked good from what I was seeing.
Yeah.
We got two crosses outside the front. On the zebra crossing, they have plunked a pelican crossing where you can get to press the button.
2 zebras and a pelican. Sounds like the beginning of a dad joke, that does.
Sounds like you live next to a zoo. Tom, yeah, tower punching through of my house going over to the pub, but nothing happened, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Order coffee, orange and mango squash here. I love vanilla Coke. Got strawberries and cream flavoured pop. Oh, is that the is it bars? I think it do that. And Tom, I'm currently sipping on a tropical blast pineapple and grapefruit flavour. Has a sour taste. Sounds quite nice.
I'm a bit of a fan of the mango tango, as I call it, and also the new cherry blast as well. Does that just hit the spot?
It reminds me, when you go like to a Turbo Carver, you can get mix all your drinks with extra flavours.
Yeah, I do that in Taco Bell.
Yeah, I always go for what is it now? Vanilla and strawberry together.
I do
strawberries and cream, but flavoured Pepsi Max.
Because I can't really drink caffeinated drinks. I go for stuff like Tango or Fanta. I'll mix it with apple or blackcurrant or something like that. Just something. I'll get an apple Tango, mix it with some blackcurrant Robinsons that's there or something like that. Yeah, quite bland, but it's to stop my twitches. So yeah, I've got to be careful what I'm drinking and eating and stuff like that. Right, yes, from Aldi. Oh, I'll have to have a look in Aldi then, Tom and Rachel, sorry. That strawberry and cream thing. And there she is.
Here she is. Good evening, Steffi. Welcome. What are you drinking or got snackage-wise tonight?
I think I'm going to have to go to the fridge now and go get the last bit of mango out. Mango drink. I'm feeling a bit left out. DRB.
Well, the coffee must admit, I do love Aldi's mocktail, especially the pina colada. The only thing is they only have it once a year. Timing is key. Bagged 6 bottles the other week. Did you drink it all on the same night as well, I bet? Right, tonight's agenda. This evening, we're going to take a look at what's happening in the tropics. It looks like Florida's in the far line. Also, we've got the July stats from the Met Office, so we'll take a look what July was like. I've not had a look, because I've just remembered about it 5 minutes before it went on air. And also, after the heat and storms of the past week, what's the next step for the UK this coming week? We'll let you know all this in the next hour to an hour and a half.
I'm back. I forgot I had the drops. Cordial from Morrison's, so I've got that instead. And funnily enough, it does actually taste like pear drops.
Tom's just had a double pepperoni pizza stuffed crust with cheese. Is that from Iceland? Because I had one of them actually from Iceland earlier on today. I've just had a decaf coffee and I'm about to have some fruit. Fruit's too healthy.
You can't have a coffee that's decaffeinated. It's not coffee.
I've got strawberry if that counts, but it's a strawberry squish'em.
Yeah, I've got pear drops.
I'll get to fruit.
Yeah, like I say, Morrison's are doing pear drops. They're doing rhubarb and custard, cordial drinks as well.
Now it's going into the orange and mango squash. It's divine. I live all year for that one. Bless the whole week in Aldi.
It's the problem with them shops
as well.
That's
sweet. Bless them both.
You
got a bit of a cough there, mate.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless them.
I need a drink. Excuse me.
Behave.
Hey, I'm enjoying the single life until it comes again. I drew about Cumble because on Monday. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's a one-off that Morrison's are doing these drinks. I have missed rhubarb crumble. I haven't had that in years. Yes.
I'm not really. A lot of coughs going around.
Yeah, there is actually. Gav's had one. I've just got over mine actually. No joking aside. I had a really bad
my family got hit just before we went on holiday. The last time, about the start of June, we were all bad within about a week of each other.
Yeah, it's a problem in summer when weather's so chaotic as it is, with like it'll be warm for a few days and then it'll cool down and then it'll warm up again. Each plays havoc with your immune system. Anywho.
Sorry, someone just ordered a coffee's gone out. I drink loads of sparkling water. I've tried sparkling water once. It's just like drinking it's like drinking fizzy pop but without any flavour. I just couldn't. Oh.
I used to drink sparkling water, but
I do drink
Sorry, go on.
That's all right. Because there's about a second delay between us. I do drink the Volvic flavoured water, which is very nice. I like the watermelon in it. Well, blackcurrant's beautiful, especially when it's chilled.
Yeah, I have them in the car, funnily enough, and like when when you've had a cold night and you get into the car, and being people who drive will know what I'm on about. If you have a drink and then you've left it, it's like, there you go, look, touch of passion mango.
I've got that one there.
I like getting the own brand ones, but sometimes when they're on deal, I'll get them. I'm drinking Yorkshire's Finest at the moment. What time we at?
Excuse me. I can't live without my 8 portions of fruit a day. So the only time I closest to get 8 portions of fruit a day is if I'm eating Skittles with the flavourings.
I'm having mine now. I'm having pears, so that counts as one. Each sip counts as one portion.
See that again, sorry?
I said each sip of my drink, because it's pear drops cordial, it's like one of my 5 a day, so one sip is each 5 a day. I'm just joking. Sarcastic. I agree with audio on that one, actually. What you want to it. It's true though.
It's sometimes drinking gone off milk. It's like sour taste.
Yeah, but if you add your own squash to it, like audio does, and I do as well, I'll sometimes go through a spell where I buy sparkling water and like now just get weird drinks, mix them up. Bish bash bosh. Or fruit juice.
I leave you to do that. No, definitely sparkling water.
I'm tapped in the head, mate, so Anywho.
There's a brush up a trial maybe, but no.
No, definitely not.
Right. Shall I make a start on the...
Yeah, we're going to start on with weather, and everyone can continue on in the comments.
I'm just going to bring up the National Hurricane Centre.
We take a flying lesson across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I could give you signs to why you don't like sparkling water, but it may take some time.
You give them the science lesson while we give you the meteorological lessons.
Some to do your taste buds, I might be guessing.
Also, the sparkling water can rot your teeth as well, because it's carbonated. It can ruin the the enamel. So, yeah.
Vanilla cork. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Michael's going to be bouncing off the ceiling in a minute.
No, but burping away, so I do apologise if I start making some noises.
Right, should we get on with? Should we go take a Boeing 747 across the Atlantic and have a look? Yep.
Let's go straight across to the Eastern Pacific.
Drop the banner, Michael.
Your cola is made of sparkling water. I don't want to think about it.
There we go. Oh, Carlotta.
So yes, let's take ourselves off the screen so we can flip the screen. And the Pacific's quite busy at the moment because we don't just have one. We don't have two, but now
have a party.
They've got three. Well, two named storm, and one's about to be named. So let's start with the Red X. So south of southern Mexico, a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms located a few hundred miles south of southern Mexico continues to be associated with a broad area of low pressure. And I'm almost turning to Bruce Forsyth for a second then. Good game. The environmental conditions appear generally conducive for gradual development, and a tropical depression is likely to form by early next week. while the system moves westward to west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles an hour, staying well offshore of the coast of Mexico. And the formation chance for the next 48 hours is 70%, with the formation chance of the next 7 days is 90%. So that will be your next named storm, possibly by Monday. But this won't be affecting land. It's due to stay out to sea, just like we've got with Hurricane Carlota. So let's have a look at her. So yeah, it's not going to be affecting the land at all. Just milling about in the eastern Pacific. She's currently having maximum sustained winds of 90 miles an hour, moving west to northwest at west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. And by the time we get to the end of about this time tomorrow, she'll be just a tropical storm before fading away around midweek. The eastern to central Pacific. The next storm, this was all just named, I think, today, actually, Tropical Storm Daniel. He's not moving west. He's actually, strangely, moving towards the north-northeast. But you notice there's northwest at 5 miles an hour. But the forecast
in a moment
is heading towards the northwest in the next few days. And by Tuesday, it'll be more or less dissipated from a tropical depression into the abyss of nothing, really. So this is going to be a short-lived storm, but making a strange track towards the north there in the next few days.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at that now on the NHC. So that might, and I say very loosely, interact with Carlota. But I'll say we'll have a look at that in a moment. Anyway, I've got the I've got tropical tidbits ready, so.
Do you want to take a look? We'll take a look at that and we'll take a look at that next. I'm just seeing Central Pacific. Then we'll go on to that. Then I'll take a proper look at the Atlantic.
Yeah, no worries.
So there's the Hawaii in the Central Pacific, and these two here, as you said, looks like that forecast track of her moving towards the northwest and then moving north. It might be in some interaction between them two, by the looks of it.
Bonus points if anyone can remember what that's called in the comments. When they
I do.
We'll leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. But yeah. Oh, I've got to do off Gav on Discord. We're busy working.
Do you want to bring up the spaghetti chart for them two storms before we head to the Atlantic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go and have a look at the Atlantic if you want. Or do you want me to bring them up and we'll have a look?
I'll look at the Eastern Pacific first, then I'll bring
then we'll jump back to the thing. Yeah, cool. Right, so we'll have a quick look at the.
After that, we'll come back to you again with the spaghetti charts.
Yeah, so I'll do these two, as you can see. Let's just check them on. Yeah, brilliant. Let's go back to the
top left-hand corner. Not that one.
So we've got Tropical Depression 4, which we'll come to.
No, don't mention it.
I did. You are, mate.
Don't mention that Tropical Depression 4. That's for later.
Yeah, so we've got Tropical Natural Depression 4, yeah. Leading to anxiety with a little bit of other.
That's it, Paul.
Anyway, sorry?
Not you, Paul James. His name is Paul.
So in that case, we've got Carlota and we've got Daniel. We'll go to Daniel first. Have a look at, see what the crack is here. So it's not really doing much in terms of rotation or anything. The boundary line is there, as you can see. Nothing rotating as such. With Daniel,
quite stationary. It's very slow moving.
Yeah, it's just stationary and just milling about. Let me go to the high res. Let's see what's coming of that. Yeah,
looks quite nice.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the long wave. No, that's no good. So there we go. So this is the one that's not covered by the dark. So yeah, as you can see, it's not really doing much. I say it's just a storm, like it says, Tropical Storm Daniel. So Yeah, that's not really doing much. Let's have a look at Hurricane Carlotta. Did you say what the wind speeds were with Carlotta?
Let me just go back into that.
Yeah, no worries. I think it's probably a Cat 1.
Carlotta is currently maximum sustained winds of 90 miles an hour.
Just hovering around about Cat 2, isn't it?
Yeah, Cat 1, Cat 2.
So yeah, as you can see there, there's a very, very weak eye wall there. It's like it's undergoing probably back to tropical storm weakening by the look of it. The eye wall's collapsed, so
it could be
undergoing recycling, couldn't
that's
it?
the word I was looking for, yes.
Back to that. So there's no, it's not really doing much. No. Back to this one. Yeah, it could be. The eye is still there. It's just like Michael just said, possibly undergoing recycling. And that's about that for that. I don't think there's much more to show. Oh, that's a sexy one. So yeah, we'll go to the models and see what there's there. Knocking it back. I don't even know why I'm doing that because I can just go to forecast models and go regions and go to Pacific. Eastern
Pacific, yeah.
There we go. So there's Daniel, there's Carlotta, and there is, what was this one again? That was the unnamed storm at the moment.
Yeah, it's about a 90% chance of forming in the next few days.
So that will become, I don't want to, I'm not even going to guess. So let's see if these two interact. We have.
Good evening, Anne, by the way. Good evening, Anne, to Roberts, who's just joined us.
And did anyone guess it right in the comments? Correct, Paul, yes. A little bit of Fujiwara. So yeah, we've got a little bit of Fujiwara there. What do I call it? Fujiwara. The Fujiwara. And then we've got that tropical depression.
Depends where you're from, really.
Your mate.
Depends where you're from, really.
Yeah.
Oh, so do they combine? Or was that different,
no,
separate?
Still as separate entities. So Daniel loses its identity and Carlotta continues off on its own, on its merry way. There's Carlotta, there's the remnants of Daniel.
That was like a big storm forming there.
Yeah, so I've got 3 in a row there, really. So you've got the remnants of Carlotta, the remnants of Daniel, and also the one that's currently
going to be named here. I can't think what that is.
So will that could possibly go into a hurricane or a tropical storm anyway. But will it continue? Looks like it continues, but it loses its identity a little bit, goes back down to tropical storm, tropical depression. Just goes straight through where Carlotta and Daniel have been. So I would imagine it'd lose some identity as it goes across them waters anyway, because I don't think that powerful enough to drag up the colder water from deeper below.
The next named storm will be Amelia. The Pacific. Amelia.
So that will be this one here, the Pacific. So this is going on.
It'll be Amelia and Fabia, the next 2 named storms.
So let's go and have a look in the central. So this would be Amelia.
Would that be Daniel or is that Amelia?
No, this is Amelia. So I've just bumped it over from from the Eastern to the Central Pacific, and it looks like it may get some rain in about 10 days' time to Hawaii. See there, it just looks like it goes to the north of Hawaii and gets kind of smudged out by this high pressure. You can see that.
Paul James just said, actually, I've just had a look, actually, on the Eastern Pacific side, there is actually a Paul on the list. So could we make it to Hurricane Paul?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Me and Paul would be well happy with that. And any other Pauls as well. Looks like it tries to keep going. Will it cross the international the date line?
Only day will tell.
Only time will tell it. Goes north. Eesh. Yeah, it does actually. It says the international date line there, 180. So it looks like this, according to the models anyway, will cross the date line. And I don't think too many storms have ever crossed the date line. So Amelia will be one to watch. Should she hold its thing? There it is. So that's Amelia. As you can see, let's go back. So just not to get confused, there's Carlotta, Daniel, Amelia. Not named yet though. Like Michael said, 90% chance. So yeah, that one. See there, continues. Then we'll go regions, Central Pacific. There you go there, look. Kind of bumps up against that high pressure that could kill it off. But with this, it looks like it still has the energy to keep going and going. And off up into the Eastern Pacific, or Northeastern Pacific even. So that would then become a tropical cyclone. Because I think as soon as it crosses the date line, it becomes a cyclone then, doesn't it? Is that right? Or is that right?
I think so. Just one thing. I was just looking at the names. In the Atlantic, you and Gordon have actually got named storms.
Well, in the Atlantic?
I think Gordon will be around about September. Atlantic side is Gordon, and on the Pacific side, we've got you.
Yeah. So me on the Pacific and Gordon on the Atlantic.
James just asked, can anyone name the Australian caused cyclones? Can anyone guess what nickname Australia calls cyclones?
Whirly, windy things. I don't know, mate. But yeah, put in the comments, guys. Shall we
put it the British summer?
Right, I'm going to bump it back to you, Michael, for the Atlantic. Willy. Yeah, that's true.
What was it? There is. Sorry, I just literally spit into a sweet when you said that. I was, oh, Christ.
No, we're allowed to swear. We've gone past the first minute, so we're all right. But the general rule is you can't swear in the first minute or two of doing anything on YouTube.
I think a willy is what they call a dust devil.
Yes.
Willy is what they call a dust devil in Australia.
Mm-hmm. I won't tell you what I call it, but anyway, let's go and have a look at this tropical depression number 4, which may become Tropical Storm Debbie.
Yep. So Atlantic, there's nothing else to watch at the moment. However, we have got Tropical Depression 4, and let's bring up the cone of. I was about to say uncertainty, but it's the cone of where this could track up to. Let's make sure we're all still on the screen there. Yes, we are.
Well.
But this Tropical Depression 4, which will be Debbie in the next 12 hours or so. It's just leaving Cuba now. We're taking some cigars with it, no doubt. And this is forecast to just be the west of Florida before hitting the Florida Panhandle on Monday morning. There is a hurricane watch out for this. It's down for tropical storm, but me personally, I think this could be a Category 1 by the time it actually hits. Because I've got this feeling, it's not picking up on the models with so much heat, the heat and warmth of the Gulf of Mexico. I think this is going to blow up a lot stronger than it's showing there. I reckon it's going to be probably Category 1 by the time it hits.
It's going to be very, very close. We did say this last week when we were looking at it, and it's pretty much took the right path as well. Obviously gone over
there was some computer models putting up the eastern side of Florida. There was data from East Florida up towards the Alabama and Florida Panhandle location. It's not too that's not too far. It's more or less in between the whole lot, really.
Yeah.
I've still got my next door neighbour over in Florida now, and I've been keeping updated on that. She's up towards, I think, Orlando at the moment. But at the moment, I think the rain's going to be the main thing. Some places could get to around between 50 to about 200 millimeters of rain in the next few days. But as we head through Monday, there's still quite a lot of uncertainty. We've got this huge 3 to 5 day cone here. Some computer models takes it up towards North Carolina by the time we get to the end of the week, but some computer models are actually stalling it. Yeah. Well, it's very slowing it right down, and it's just going to be sat towards Georgia, South Carolina for a few days.
And then it takes off. We'll have a look at that in a moment.
Yeah. So current sustained winds of Tropical Depression 4, Debbie, is at 35 miles an hour, moving west and northwest at 15 miles an hour. And in the next 24 hours, it's expected to turn north, then towards northeast, back towards Florida. So there is a tropical storm watch for Florida Keys and warnings out for tropical storm down the western side of Florida up towards the Panhandle, where there is a hurricane watch in force. I think some computer models might be suggesting maybe a Category 1, but I think it will be a Category 1 by it hits. I really think this is going to blow up very quickly in the next 24 to 48 hours, me personally. I reckon pops Category 1 maybe getting close to Category 2 by the time it hits, if I'm perfectly being honest. Let's have a look at the rainfall potential. So this is valid from 2 p.m. on Saturday, the 3rd of August, through to 8 p.m. on August the 8th, Thursday, 8th of August. And we're looking, all of Florida will see at least an inch of rain. So that's about 25 millimeters, about 23 millimeters. But some parts of South Carolina, I think that's South Carolina there, could see an excess of 12 inches, which I think is around about 300 millimeters of rain.
Yes. Yeah, 30 centimeters is 12 inches, which is 300 millimeters.
Yeah, so some place could get around about 300 millimeters. So in the green area here, we're probably looking around about, that's around about 75 to 100 millimeters. In the yellow, perhaps up to 150. And we're talking about 150 to 200 towards the orange and reds here. But this is still forecast. This could still change yet. It could intensify or it can decrease. Depends when Debbie does turn towards Florida. Before we know it could be slightly delayed. It could be sooner. It's just that's still that little bit of adjustment there, which could make the difference.
Indeed.
The key messages. So I thought my daughter was crying out. It's just somebody outside in the garden. So the key messages from Tropical Depression 4, Debbie. Heavy rainfall will likely result in localized considerable flash or urban flooding across parts of Florida and the coastal areas of southeast this weekend through Thursday morning. River flooding is also expected, and hurricane conditions are possible late Sunday in portions of Florida Gulf Coast, the Big Bend region where a hurricane watch is in effect. Tropical storm conditions are expected farther south along Florida's west coast, including Tampa Bay area, and in the dry August where the tropical warnings are in effect. There is a danger of life-threatening storm surge inundation along portions of the west coast of Florida from Aripeca, apologies for the pronunciation, to, God, you will try me now, Ursula River.
Ursula, maybe.
Life-threatening storm surges possible west of Ursula River to the Indian Pass and south of Aripeca to Bonita Beach, including Tampa Bay and the Charlotte Harbor. And the impacts from the storm surge, strong winds, and heavy rains are possible elsewhere in Florida, along the southeast coast of the United States from Georgia to North Carolina through the middle of next week. And interest in those areas should continue to monitor the progress of this system. Additional watches and warnings will likely to be required later today. So yeah, this is still like a developing system. It's still technically classed as a tropical depression, but very shortly will be a tropical storm. And I really think it's going to blow up.
Yeah. And there's satellites.
Say that again, sorry.
So I bring the satellites up. Satellite potential, whatever it is. Satellite. Oh. Potential storm flooding. Potential flash flooding area.
The peak storm surge at the minute. The last thing I'll look at is right about looking at up to 5 feet of overall. Tampa Bay looking at 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. So it's western side of Florida that causes a concern for storm surge. Obviously, they've seen a lot worse in the past, but this is only, shall we say, a weak system compared to what can be in this area.
All right.
So let's bring it back over to yourself.
Yep, 2 secs. Here we go.
And back over to you.
Yep, so this is the infrared for tropical depression 4/Debbie. As you can see there is some centralizing here. You can tell it's just coming off Cuba now. It's starting to blow up and it may start to rotate. Just depends on how quick this really gets going. Let's have a look from the high res. There we go. Just drag this down a little bit so you guys can see. You can see there is starting to be a bit of a inrush. You can see there, so that might start to turn then, hopefully. But at the moment, it's just saying tropical storm, so there's going to be no rotation as such. But like Michael says, there is the potential there for it to go to at least Category 1, which I'm going to show you in a moment. On that one, there we go. So if I share this, there we go, let's check. Yeah, brilliant. So as you can see, there is some models hinting at Cat 1, very weak, but it's going for Category 1. As you can see, that's the wind speed in knots. That's the forecast hours. So it's going for around about Monday, like 36 hours from now. Well, 36 hours from 18Z. So that's just gone. So that's not that long ago.
I think it's underdoing it.
I think it might. Well, that's 70 odd mile an hour there, isn't it? Because that's classed as a Cat 1. So it's bringing it up to possibly 80 mile an hour, I would say, up here with this model of the ship. And you've got this other one, which I believe is the NNIC. Is this one? It might not be. It might be down here. But, yeah, a couple of models are bringing it, but I would say that may change. It's just going off what data it's got at the moment. We'll go for the path now. Quite a bit of agreement on the path with, as Michael was just saying, with that cone of uncertainty. It sort of like balloons out over to the north of Florida, like over towards South Carolina. And it seems to mill about for about a day, maybe 2 days, and around this area here. So then, like it was just showing you, up to 12 inches of rain possible as TD4 as it is now, or Tropical Storm Debbie, Hurricane Debbie, whatever. But there is another model that actually spins it around and takes it back out into the Gulf of Mexico over towards Texas. So that will be.
There was a
That's
few
an
hints of
outlier.
us doing that earlier in the week.
Yeah, I say that's an outlier though compared to
Yeah.
like your GFSs and Met and stuff like that. All the big models that do all this are taking it up the eastern seaboard. You can see there. One of them is actually taking it straight out into the Atlantic pretty much as soon as it stops milling about and gets picked up by the jet stream. On that one, let's go to this one. So let me just drag it back so we can see where we're at now. So
You should be able to do a Gulf of Mexico closer look at that, to be honest.
Let me have a look.
Southeastern US. There we are. There we are. You're over it.
There we go. So yeah, here's tropical depression /Debbie. See there. This is at 18Z tomorrow. So around about, just knock it back 6 hours. That's about dinner time over there tomorrow. Just pulling up into the Big Bend, as they call it, gaining quite a lot of intensity, as you can see there. It really like, there's 1,000 millibars there, and then it loses a little bit there, as you see, as it pulls out away from Cuba. But then 1001, 994, 989, 983, it really, really deepens. Explosive cyclogenesis, I believe the word is. 983 is I'd say probably get to about 981, maybe 980 before it hits land, and then obviously the land interacts with it and breaks it apart then. So we'll see.
If it stays a bit further west than planned, then I think it will be definitely a Category 1 hurricane.
Yeah, it comes in like across here. But
the longer it spends in the Gulf of Mexico, the more strength it will pick up.
Yeah, the more moisture and the more heat it's sucking up out of the Gulf, which is currently around about 29 to 30 degrees, I believe. So, as you can see there, there's another one just on the northeastern edge of it. It's a little feature there, but that might just enhance the rain a little bit as this depression is moving through. And as you can see, it just mills about there in that little kink 4, at least. Let's just go back. So there's Monday. This is midnight Tuesday, so midnight UTC. As you can see there, for the best part of the day, this is midnight UTC on Wednesday. Literally gone nowhere. Well, it's literally gone nowhere. I think it's filled. Let's have a look. Yeah, barely filled though. And this is midnight on Thursday, so that's 2 days. Luckily with this, it's just affecting the coastal areas, really.
Yeah. If you just pause there a second, I've actually got the sea surface temperatures, which I'll just quickly bring on.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
So these are current sea surface temperatures, as we can see. This is from the UCMWF. And in the Gulf at the moment, we're looking at temperatures of around about 30 to 32 degrees. So the range is there. So that, as I said, the longer it stays out in the Gulf, the more power it's going to pick up. And if it does come out the other end of Florida, temperatures are about the same as well. So could it pick up again before it moves?
That's where we just stopped at, with it possibly re-intensifying.
Yeah, you're back on screen.
It was around for about 72 hours. So let me go back to it. So this is midnight Thursday. So that's 3 days it's been loitering around South Carolina, I think it is. And the text like Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina's kind of area along the coast, so Galveston, possibly. I've seen a couple of other places there on the map. So that's going to be delivering a lot of rain, especially if it's just soaking up that heat, then it could re-intensify back up to a tropical storm, maybe even back to a hurricane if it holds. And if it keeps sucking up that moisture and heat, like Michael just said, it's around about 30 to 32 degrees around Florida at the moment, so the potential is there. But with this, it then takes it on its merry way. It hangs around for a couple of, or 3 days, 72 hours roughly. Then starts to move off on Thursday up into North Carolina, and then kind of loses its identity a little bit. Becomes a bit of an extra tropical storm, possibly re-intensifying there as it goes. I know this area is usually warm, so that's possibly why it's re-intensifying. And then if we go to North Atlantic, there we go. So there it is there. That's Debbie there. And let's see how this may affect our weather in the next, this is Monday next week. So this is 8 days away. Now by Newfoundland, that then, let's see this low. So this low that's milling about up in the, like around Iceland and Greenland for Monday next week, that darts towards us. And then Debbie, which is here. So by then, like I said, probably an extratropical depression by then. May, I say may, affect us by next Friday, next weekend. So that's at 312, so that's the weekend after next, isn't it? So 2 weeks. So about 2 weeks, if things keep to plan, then Debbie may affect us in some way. It will bring some warmth with it as well as some really heavy rain. Because
as we know, there's so much to play for between now and then.
Yeah, but you can see there's a bit of a north-south split as well, right towards the end of the run. So just run it back. Yeah, so there's Debbie there. Obviously, it's all to play for, really. It all depends on how this behaves this week, whether it stays more out to sea or if it stays inland and gets ripped apart. That could affect how our weather goes in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure Gav will have a look at this in his videos tomorrow as well, hopefully. So, yeah, let's drag it back. So that's the rain that's just gone through. Well, actually, that's for Monday, which we're going to come and have a look at in a moment. So just looking in this top right-hand corner here. Just drag it down. So we'll move away from Debbie, which is down here. There's no one there, look. That's the one that I think mills about. So yeah, we're kind of north-south splitted this week. Isobars open out on Wednesday. And then another band of rain moves through on Thursday. Possibly showers. We'll have a look at that in a minute on the UKV. And then we've got a bit of some, I would say, troughs moving through. See there, but high pressure pushing, like extending northeastwards. So that also depends on this here as well. This could cut that off completely. Then that arm of it could move up towards Scandi. You never know. So we'll have a look in a moment. There's a little bit of a feature there for next Sunday. Have a look on the ECM as well, Michael, just while I'm here.
Yes.
Because obviously I know you're going to do the other stuff with the GFS in a moment, so I don't want to go too in-depth with that. There's Debbie down there, 1009. See what the ECM says. That's pretty much the same scenario with it milling about. It's only going up to 90 hours on this one. But it's still milling about there on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Right. So with that, obviously, I've shown you a little bit of what might be happening this week. I'll switch over to the UKV. So we'll go back here to Blighty, shall we? Then
Yeah, because the time getting on, I'll probably just go as far as next weekend.
Yeah, like I said,
getting close to 9 o'clock already.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll quickly rattle through this.
That's right.
As you can see, showers today, moving through. Then we've got another band of rain, more rain. Some showers out towards the west. Doesn't look too bad tomorrow, just some isolated showers. I don't think there'll be anything too major. There won't be any thunder by the looks of that. Knowing that, I'll be made look fool of, but hey. See what the temperatures are for tomorrow. Between 14 and 20, maybe a 21 or a 22 knocking about as well. Excuse me. So that rain moves through during Sunday, no, I said Saturday, mostly affecting Scotland this time, and up towards the northwest of England. But a bit of a conveyor going there. On Monday, that will be the warm sector, because I know Monday is due to be quite warm, so yeah, we'll be in the warm sector there. Quickly have a look at the temperatures. There we go, up to 25, 26 degrees on Monday. Scotland, not faring too bad, between 13 to 20 degrees. Same with the Republic of Ireland, and Ireland, it's north of Ireland anyway, could reach 21 degrees. But as that band moves through, it'll drop by about 5 or 6 degrees to around 14, 15. Yeah, that band moves through. Might turn into a bit of a squall. So that might be one to watch overnight on Monday into Tuesday. Could be some isolated thundery showers maybe as that moves into that warm air. Like I say, that could be a squall. We'll have to keep an eye on that on Monday night. And Tuesday, let's go through Tuesday, clearing up. So could be a few showers towards the east on Tuesday. Look at Cape. Some available, but not much. Maximum temperatures 26, 27 in the far southeast and East Anglia. Elsewhere between 16 to 19 degrees. Maybe the odd 20, 21 along the Welsh border. Yep, so Tuesday's showers. So just to sum it up, tomorrow, showers, very isolated. Monday will be in a warm sector, so it's going to be about 26, 27 degrees for most of the country, but up towards Scotland, a little lower. And then that moves through on Monday as a defined feature, possibly with squall, but that might lose its intensity as it comes further south. Right, Michael, over to you, my friend.
Okay. Let's bring that straight onto the screen then.
Yep.
So this is the Met Office interpretation of the facts charts. This is the facts charts from the good old Met Office, which is from, I'm just refresh that, see if it's been updated this evening. No, so we've still got the 12Z run. So we've got this morning's rain that came through parts of England and Wales, which has cooled the air down. So beyond this cold front here, beyond that is a ridge of high pressure, but underneath the fresher air. Let's put that through down into overnight. There's still maybe a few showers there for parts of East Anglia and the southeast overnight, but underneath this ridge of high pressure, which is sat over the UK, maybe a few showers clipping the northeast of Scotland there into tomorrow. It's underneath ridge of high pressure, will be mostly dry away from northwestern areas. And we've got all these weather fronts sitting out towards the west. These seems to get stalled slightly as with this high pressure, which is centered over towards northeast France into perhaps Belgium there. Into Monday, we'll keep things dry. However, the UKV was actually showing like a trough coming through actually Monday. Oh no, was that Monday to Tuesday?
That is Monday, yeah. Currently Monday.
Was the UKV showing like a trough moving through on Monday?
Yeah, so Monday night. Yeah, so it'll be
Monday
that
night, so that'll be that cold front then. So obviously, with the winds coming up from the southwest, obviously the temperature will start to increase again. But there's a cold front coming through there. I think it could be quite a weak feature by the looks of it. It'll turn the air again fresher like this morning, across the whole UK. So if we look at that compared to right now, it's quite a similar setup, isn't it? With that weather front down the eastern side for midday today compared to midday on Tuesday, it's almost like a repeat to what we're seeing, but that'll bring the fresher air across the UK as we head into Wednesday. So that will be in the near constant. Well, I will be. Hopefully we get some thunderstorms while I'm in Belgium this coming week. But then we're into a bit of a westerly flow there, so things will be back to average for this time of year. And looks like some showers will be affecting parts of Scotland. So, and again, on the ridge of high pressure. So by the looks of it, high pressure is never too far away from the south. Further northwest you are, you could still see some showers.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the latest GFS charts, which was generated at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Let's put 850 on so we can see what the air mass is like above. So there's the cooler air moving across the UK. There's a weather front just down here. Got fresher off the Atlantic as we speak. But the ridge of high pressure building up from the south will start to increase the temperatures again through into Sunday. So, and Monday as well. So temperatures looks like will be in the mid to possibly high 20s again through Monday. But there's that weather front with the cooler, fresher air behind into Tuesday. Thundery showers, looking at that, may be a possibility. Won't definitely be as tense or widespread as what we saw the last few days. We've got low pressure towards northwest UK. Beyond that weather front, much fresher air, just like we've had today. Then we've still got that ridge of high pressure towards the south, low pressure moving up towards the northwest. So it's kind of that typical northwest southeast split that we often see in this country. Just the exhaust high, just extending occasionally. Then that could bring down the weather front through into Thursday. Maybe bring some showers, especially for northwestern areas. But still hints there is trying to keep warming up towards the south. That heat's never too far away.
There's that low that I was hinting at.
Yeah, it looks like to me, it's like the jet stream's trying to dig towards the south again, actually.
I don't think that's as high as letting it, though, is it?
Yeah.
Trying, but.
So it's like a deep area of low pressure trying to form across the UK as we get into next weekend. We've got hot air just to our east.
So that's trying to drag it across, isn't it? But that'll be
that turns things cooler. Look how far south that jet stream is. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. So it's looking a little bit unsettled. Let's have a look at the jet, see what that is doing. Have a look at it properly. So at the moment, the jet is actually sat across the UK. As we're heading to Monday, with that circulation there just to our northwest, allowing this ridge to come towards southeastern areas. that we like your cold front coming through. Then again, there's that hint of that ridging again. It's quite a strong jet stream actually towards the northwest of the UK, isn't it? Again, some southern areas again underneath this ridge. So the south should be kept much drier.
Yeah.
Then I said towards what next weekend, the jet would declare it's quite a strong jet. With that, could be an association of Debbie, wouldn't it? Possibly.
No. That's before Debbie. Debbie comes the weekend after, I think. Let's check.
So yeah, that jet stream won't be on the cool side of the jets by the time we get into next weekend. And really, the jet stream does really dig towards Iberia. That's how south that jet is going at that stage. And there's a few hints there right at the end where it's just back towards the north.
Yeah, it'll be around about the 17th, so 16th, 17th. When Debbie comes through. Yeah, doesn't look to be.
Unless Debbie sends like some really warm air up into the eastern side, the western side of the Atlantic, then we're going to get that what do you call it, that skipping rope effect where you get that dip towards next weekend.
Yeah. Look now.
Time will tell. This could be just an outlier.
It might not even be picking up on Debbie X. Debbie hasn't formed, has it really? So
yeah,
it might not be.
So let's go through the rest of today. There's a few risk of some showers towards the southeast, which will be clearing overnight. That rain towards the northwest. Then that weather front very slowly going across the UK into Tuesday. And through Tuesday is when that weather front will move through. Could be some heavy showers on that. I think that's going to be like a showery band, to be honest, through Tuesday. I'll move off into the near continent. Maybe a few showers for western areas. So dry away from northwestern areas through Wednesday. Then more rain piles up in towards Scotland to northwestern areas through Thursday, while the southeast remain dry. Into Friday, some more rain affecting northwestern areas of the UK. Again, the southeast remaining dry, and into next weekend, some showers. Then we need to keep an eye on next weekend because we could see some significant rain. But that's still a week away. Let's have a look at the Cape and lifted.
I was going to say that low might be a thundery one as well.
What, next weekend?
Yeah, looks like it could be.
Definitely something to look at, probably for yourself during midweek.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that, like I usually do. Like I say, I'm a storm sniffer.
So Monday, there's a bit of, tiniest bit of
lifted
through Ireland. As that band comes through, there's just that slight risk, very small risk there through into Tuesday. I think there might be some heavy showers, but maybe I'll squeeze out the odd rumble of thunder.
Some impressive Cape values across France.
Paul, I don't mean to brag, mate, but I'm going to be back here in a few days' time. So I need to keep an eye on it. If anything does happen while I'm over there, if I can, I will go live on the Weather Fans page.
Yeah, make sure you've got enough data or Wi-Fi.
I can use the hotels.
There you go. Just stand on balcony and...
Balcony? I'm not going to the south of France.
Hey, you never know, mate. You never know.
Right, starts at the front door. There's a window outside the hotel lobby recording.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that looks quite decent, that does.
Yeah, so I'm roughly going to be around about, perhaps just up the edge of this -1. No, around about here, actually, around about -2, -3.
I'm going to say Cape values around about 1,200. Around
Decent.
1,000 to
I said
1,200.
it. If anything does happen, or if I can, I'll go live.
Yeah, that's if your missus don't kill you before then. Supposed to be
I'm
on
just
holiday,
doing some weather research.
Yeah, I'm just doing some research. I'll have back in a minute.
For the rest of this coming week, well, obviously it's high and dry for down towards the southeast, and very barely anything for northwest because obviously we're in that colour air mass. So, so if we're clutching at straws, really, if she's going to get the odd rumble of thunder,
I was going to say if
maybe
you go to
Tuesday.
Sunday, yeah, Tuesday looks that day because it's pushing all that hot air back down towards where you'll be.
Me personally, I'd probably say about 20 to 30% chance of any storms, unless anything updates in the next 24 to 36 hours.
Yeah, can you just go to next Sunday, Michael, just quickly, because that low comes through then, doesn't it? I'm just being...
No worries, mate, no worries. Some significance towards the near continent again.
Yeah, there's something
there
in it.
But yeah, I think that's why we're showing that heat building just towards the east of the country. Then actually,
please just tap into it. But yeah, there's some.
As we know, this is still about 8 days away. So
yeah, there is some still
shift.
That's one to keep an eye on towards the end of the week, though, guys. Is that low?
If that was more Central Europe, then we're thinking no chance. But when it's that close, it just takes that minor adjustment.
The fact that it's showing up, it'd be interesting. I'll have a look myself and keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'll keep going. Perhaps something towards the south there. As I said, we are talking 8 days away, and as we know, weather, a lot can happen between now and then.
Yeah. I'll see where it is on Monday and Tuesday. Ooh, blow up there on a week on Monday. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's like the remnants.
We're just looking in the fantasy land, the global the story of the GFS for this.
That was Debbie moving through just. So, yeah, worth keeping an eye on that.
My screen just froze for a second there.
Yeah, but yeah, Monday possibly, Monday night. Then
let's have a look at the storm risk. I reckon about 20-30% chance.
Yeah, about 30% chance here.
So it's kind of like a bit of an agreement there. We've got the no, we haven't got the what's now on there. We're talking perhaps probably about 40% chance at this stage. So it's nothing like we had.
Nah, nothing like we had last week, at the end of last week. Well, Thursday.
Saying that, I've got all that cape showing for where I'm going to be, and there's nothing really showing there at all.
That's the issue, isn't it? With Cape and storm prediction and stuff like that. It's just Thursday, Wednesday night.
No, it could be during the night.
Yeah, that'd be impressive. That will, if it doesn't come through. I'm just doing some scientific research. I'll be back in an hour.
Let's have a look at this 6 o'clock run. So if there's any change from that. So I've got a similar thing. Maybe tiny slightly more, but not too much. And even that for that night, so where am I going to be? So obviously there's France, but I'm more towards here, not far from the Dutch border. So everything will be rough about here.
Yeah.
Belgium looks tiny compared to the UK, doesn't it?
It's like North Yorkshire.
So I think it's about the size of Wales, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Right, I think we'll wrap it up.
No, there's one more thing I'm going to look at.
One more thing.
Oh, I've just took out the what's now. Let's bring that back on the screen. Not back on the screen, but on the screen. It's the July stats. So I don't think you've seen these either, have you?
Nope.
So let's have a look at the July stats. These are actually come down the last couple of days. Obviously, now it's start of August. So these are the statistics. These are the mean temperatures for July of 24.
Looking, everyone.
So 61 to 90 anomaly. We are looking around about average actually for July. Eastern areas are looking around about a degree above average. Parts of Scotland looking about a degree above average for the 61 to 90 anomaly. Perhaps a few
seen the TET, by the way.
No, I looked at 91 to 20. We're looking at the more modern, shall we say, anomaly.
Yeah.
Looking about average towards eastern areas, and the other areas that was in the white, we're looking about a degree below average. Much of Scotland, most of Northern Ireland, most of Wales, parts of Western England, and parts of Southwest and Southeast as well, looking about a degree below average for August from 91 to 20 anomaly.
Yep.
Rainfall.
Let's have a look at the rainfall. Drier.
Is that millimetres? Yeah. Let's have a look at the 61 to 90. So for the 61 to 90, it's been, I could say, a bit wetter than average actually.
A little bit wetter than average.
It's local variations on that, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's drier towards the Western Scotland and perhaps the Highlands as well. Wetter towards the northeast of Scotland. I think that's where the start of July. I think they had like a weather front sitting just around about there for quite a few hours. I think that's why they're over 200% of their average. Parts of northeast England have had about over 200% of the average, and also parts of Dorset and Devon as well have had about over 200% of their average. So it's looking a bit wetter towards the south, parts of east as well, maybe parts of northeast Wales. For the 91 to 20 anomaly, it's looking a bit drier for much of Western England. Again, still wetter for parts of southern England, southeast England, and again, some of these northeast coasts as well.
Indeed. Do you want to put up the CET?
Yeah, just a few more to look at. I'll bring it over to you.
Fire them off and then.
Sunshine amounts 61 to 90 anomaly. It's been mostly a dull month, to be honest.
It was
an average to dull month across much of the UK, away from parts of Lincolnshire through into parts of Norfolk, into parts of the East Mids and South East England. So the modern anomaly, it's been mostly average to a bit duller than average, and parts of the Outer Hebrides are looking much about virtually what half we'll normally get for July. There. Three more things to look at on this. Days of air frost. So days of air frost. Well, yes, I'm looking at this because it has been quite cool. You never know. So air frost has been absolute 0. Ground frost. There's been some patchy ground frost, probably looking at maybe like a day or two for parts of Scotland.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly across, also perhaps over the high ground as well of Wales.
Scotland had its lowest minima of all time during July.
All right.
I sent that on the group chat. Yeah.
You ready for the lightning strikes for July?
I don't think there'd be many, because Thursday's one was on August the 1st. So
let's have a look. That is disappointing for July, really.
that train. That's it.
Yeah, so quite a lot towards the near continent. But for July, that is pretty poor.
It's abysmal.
Go back to 23. Let's have a look. Oh, the 23 would have been quite bad because that's when the poor weather started, really, wasn't it? But saying that, 23 was actually more decent. Look at that.
Indeed.
So July 23 compared to July 24, it just shows you how poor it's been. Go back to June. When we say it's been quite a bad year of storms.
Yeah, hopefully that will pick up soon.
I think May was similar, wasn't it?
It would have been.
Okay, that's come up in a bit.
I was on that chase.
Oh, yes, this one was live. Yeah.
And Liz was in. No, actually, not June, I think. Towards back end of May, I think me, Liz, and Gordon met up.
Yes, and I was in the studio at the time.
You was in the studio. We need to get you out storm chasing at some point as well.
So if you look at July, let's look at June as well. I think that was quite. Look at June 23 compared to June 24. Yeah, so this has been really a poor summer for storms, really. It's really shown on these two graphs, isn't it?
And with audio on it, that lightning chart is dismal. Yep, totally agree. Yeah, if you just put me live.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
There we go. So July's CET was 0.03. So it's pretty much been the same as June. You know, if you look at it in that way, you mix it with June.
Yeah, it's been about an average June and July.
On average, pretty much. Obviously, not August for now.
Imagine if that's there like that now. A CET over 20. That'd be the first time.
So that's obviously the spaghetti chart. So there's June. Put my teeth in. So yeah, there's daily ones. Just go back. Let's have a look against the. There we go. So there it is up there. That's obviously the 1659 to 2023. So yeah, 0.3 degrees above average. Unfortunately, could have done with it a bit above average, but it is what it is. Been fairly, besides May and March, everything's been under 2 degrees. Well, except February as well. Yeah, it's been pretty much below 2 degrees. From 1, 4, 2.5, 1.8, 2.9, 0, and then 0.3. So fingers crossed for August. That's all I can say. There we go. And we're back.
So yeah, as we mentioned, it's been an average month. Also, Sunshine Max has been slightly below what we normally get, which kind of understand really how poor it's been really for July, apart from the last couple of weeks, really.
Yeah. Hopefully,
if it wasn't for that high pressure the last week or so, then I think those sunshine amounts would have been a hell of a lot lower.
Oh yes, there would have been, and the weather and the temperature would have been pretty much where June was as well. Went for them few days of warmth, if not a little bit below. But hopefully, the weather looks to be staying around about average to a little bit above average for next week. Doesn't look to be getting freezing cold. And
it looks like this coming week, it looks like it's definitely going to be like your typical northwest southeast split, really.
Yeah, and like might be some like rainy interludes, but nothing phenomenal. Just like weakening fronts as they go into the ridge of high pressure. But yeah, this week pretty much an average summer month, I would say.
Just check to see if there's any updates on the hurricane side, National Hurricane Centre. Nothing's been updated since been live.
Put that on the Weather Fans Facebook page when there's an update. Yeah, I think that's about it for us.
Yep, so I've spent enough 5 minutes to say your thank yous and your goodbyes. We're going to head off in about a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll head off
So
in a few minutes.
thank you all for watching. And
yeah, let's see how many people. See how many people are watching in the background. Great.
Tom's
7
back after the internet's gone down.
Yeah, interweb. Yeah. Still waiting for my interweb to get put in my fibre anyway.
That lightning chart is dismal. Absolutely nothing here. It's just like yourself and Liz are just ready to go out, but there's nothing to chase, and obviously.
And Gordon as well. I think Gordon was out on Thursday as well.
And he was a bust.
Yeah, he got caught in a car fire on the M62, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was going down the M1 and he rung me. No, I'll tell a lie, I was in Leicester. Pulled over in Leicester for snacks. Say snacks, I mean Fat Donald's.
I thought you said something else then.
Fat Donald's. Snacks. But yeah, stopped, gives a ring, and he was stuck on the M60, M62. So yeah, he weren't too happy. But
that's why we're not seeing many storm chasing lives, because there's nothing to chase.
There's just no to chase for us at the moment, and if there is anything, it's well out of our reach. I was kind of lucky on Thursday. I was like, that's just within reach. I can do that in a day, which I did. I did it from about 10 o'clock in the morning. I got back at 10 at night. So, yeah, I managed to do that. But I paid for it on Friday. I really did. But it was worth it. So when you're a storm chaser, you really.
Also went from Manchester to London, saw Bugger, but a nice stream of a car ride. Sometimes it's nice just to watch someone drive around.
Yeah, exactly. I've got that. I get that all the time, so it's okay. Steph's Paul will give you a science lesson on taste of sugar next Sunday for you. Hint how to do taste cells and neurotransmitters. Yeah, it's about right. There was one on coffee as well and how much of a poison it is. Because it is technically a poison, as is chocolate. Are we turning into the science channel?
But technically, weather science, yeah.
Yeah, weather is science and science is weather. So, yeah, kind of mixing it along.
Go hand in hand.
They do go hand in hand.
Science is quite a large field to cover.
Yeah. I think out of all the storm chasers that I know of, there was just myself and UK Weather Chase, Sam, that were really active, that I know of anyway. He was on the storm that went south, whereas I was on the one going north. Well, northeast. Just to your south that was, wasn't it, Michael?
Yes.
That's every time here, Michael. It is. And it's not, and it is, yes. Everything's to do with your neurotransmitters and taste buds and whatnot. Yeah, so
going back to the lightning charts for June and July. Remember back on March the 1st when we started with the special with Gav for Storm season 24 was hoping, yeah, we can get quite a few lives for you lot to be out and about, but no, it just hasn't happened. It's just been a complete flop this year.
Yeah, like I said,
I think any hints of August isn't looking too good either.
No, and I'm having issues with streaming on Facebook for some reason onto the Weather Fans page. It's sort of like it rejects the comments don't come up, so I'll be streaming for a while and then it'll kick me off for some reason. I mean, I know you mentioned about music and that, but we turn it off.
Yeah.
But I generally turn it off anyway. It's just her mumbling.
Anne's just said, thanks for another interesting weather update. I'm off to get a bowl of ice cream. See you Sunday night all. Yeah, don't forget to tune to Gav's live at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Obviously, we're not going to be live tomorrow, but we'll be back next Sunday.
We will be.
And enjoy a bowl of ice cream. Hopefully, it's my favourite. It's going to be mint chocolate chip.
Ooh.
Or Frankie, I guess I say Frankie Benny's then.
Ben and Jerry's.
Tom and Jerry's ice cream, is it?
Tom and Jerry's ice cream. We'll have to get you on sometime, Steffi, and give us a lecture when we get the Discord channel going. Obviously, you want to go.
That's an idea for future live. We can perhaps bring Steffi in, talk about weather, science.
Anyone else that's knowledgeable on weather, science, anything like that. Besides us, we're always open to it. But yeah, hopefully after Michael's holiday, we should be getting the Discord going. Waiting for.
It's going to be a long day on Monday.
And it will be, mate, a long trip. You'll be taking photos of all trains as you're going along.
Yes, you'll be finding that on the more like I'll be posting to the Euro community on Facebook, which is one of Gordon Lodrog's sister channels. We're like one of his sister channels.
We're fans.
Yeah, long day. First trains at 9 I won't get to the hotel till probably about 6 o'clock their time, so about 5 o'clock here. So it's going to be about a good 8-9 hour travelling day.
Steffi's put, you really want me to talk science? I'm happy to do so, but you tend to have a job shutting me up. That's fine. We don't have to talk then. I'll just mute myself. I will. I'll probably end up joining Steffi and talking.
Well, I've just muted him. Your mic's back.
I know the host has unmuted your mic. I know he has. But yeah, right. I think we'll give it another minute or two and then we'll start wrapping up for 9:30.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I need the break. I finished work yesterday. I did have 1 day off in about 10 days.
Flipping it.
Went from last Wednesday through to yesterday with 1 day off. It does absolutely knackers me out. So I've got to do one Saturday every 4. But when that happens, I've got to have a day off earlier in the week. So it's just like, oh.
I've got all hospital appointments coming up this week. So I've got pre-ops and I've got a CT scan as well on my neck. So if anyone knows.
Good luck in all that.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Obviously, I'm going to be away from the Weather Fans page this week, unless anything does happen Tuesday night into Wednesday. But I don't think anything will. I think might just be a bit of rain if we're lucky.
Right. I think we'll call that a night, Michael.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to tune to Gav's Weather Bids live from 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll not be live, as I mentioned, tomorrow night because we're live right now. And we shall see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. No doubt me and Paul will be popping into Gav's live either tomorrow or next week.
Indeed. Thanks, Steffi, by the way. Keep you guys updated on me stuff. Obviously, Michael, keep you up to date as well. Things on his side. And I'll just wait for the... There we go, Steffi said it. Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. I better get the button then to...
Yeah. There we go. Then Paul said it.
All right. The one that's gone. We better go then.
Bye. See you later.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.